Good evening all of you. Good evening everybody. I hope my audio video is clear. Please let me know in the comments whether my audio video is clear or not. Good evening. So, welcome to Unacademy, the one-stop destination for all English medium civil service aspirants, and welcome to Conquer Prelims 2026. Conquer Prelims 2026. In today's session, I will be discussing science and technology current affairs from the months of August and September. But before we start the session, a very important announcement. If you are preparing for 2026 and beyond, you can enroll for our GS and CSAT courses for just 22,999 plus 12 months free extension. And this offer ends tonight, so do enroll before it is late. Don't forget to use the code IAS English. Let us now continue with the session. The current affairs from the subject science and technology from the months of August and September. The very first topic we are discussing is about the launch of Semiconductor OSAT pilot line facility. Let us first see what is the new development, why it is in the news. India's first end-to-end semiconductor OSAT. OSAT means what? Outsourced Semiconductor Assembly and Test. It is a facility where the semiconductor chips, processors and all are assembled, tested. It means end-to-end, that is from the starting to the end. End-to-end semiconductor OSAT, outsourced semiconductor assembly and test, pilot line. This particular facility, it's kind of a manufacturing facility for the semiconductors. It was inaugurated in Sanand, Gujarat. This was the event because of which this was in the news. And what is the context? In which context this particular facility was inaugurated? This launch is a part of India's semiconductor mission ISM. What is semiconductor mission? What are the targets or aims of the semiconductor mission? It is a mission to boost the country's semiconductor ecosystem. Okay, to boost the semiconductor ecosystem means education in the field, manufacturing in the field, exports in the field, overall semiconductor ecosystem to be boosted. That is the aim of the National Superconductor Mission, Indian Superconductor Mission. As a part of this mission, this manufacturing facility was inaugurated in Sanand, Gujarat. It is a full-scale plant, that is a manufacturing unit dedicated for chip assembly, packaging, testing, post-test services. Okay, it will manufacture or assemble the chips, packaging the chips, and then testing whether the chips are properly working or not, and offer the after the test services, what services these chips are going to offer, right? And CG Semi is the company behind this facility. Which company? Because if you observe the name, it is OSAT. OSAT means what? Outsourced. Means it is not a government facility. So it is outsourced. So which company established this particular facility? Yes, you can respond in the messages. Which company? A company called CG Semi is the company behind the facility. And this company is investing over 7,600 crore to develop two state-of-the-art facilities. We are discussing about a facility which is inaugurated recently, but there will be two such facilities called as G1 and G2. What are these facilities? Semiconductor chip assembly, packaging, testing and post-test services. To provide all of them a particular facility established by the company called CG Semi. The company is investing 7,600 crores to establish two such advanced state-of-the-art facilities in Gujarat. The G1 facility was inaugurated in 2025. It can handle up to 0.5 million units per day. In a single day, 0.5 million semiconductor chips will be assembled and packaged in the G1 facility. This was inaugurated recently. Okay. And the G2 facility, which is not yet inaugurated, it is still under the construction. What is its role? When the G1 facility will manufacture around 0.5 million semiconductor chips per day, the G2 facility will boost this capacity to 14.5 million units per day. It will be ready by the year 2026. So after 2026, when the G2 facility is also ready, we will be in a condition to assemble or package around 14.5 million semiconductor chips per day. Together, these two plants are expected to generate over 5,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly. Okay. In another way, it is also going to boost our employment opportunities. Both G1 and G2 together are going to provide 5,000 jobs, both directly and also indirectly. Okay. So that is the news. Then you may get a doubt here. What is the chip? For the people who know this very well, it's fine. For the other people, a little bit of background information. A chip is nothing but a physical wafer. A physical wafer. I mean, it is like a flat surface, like a physical wafer. This physical wafer is made up of semiconducting material. Okay. And then you have to know what is a semiconductor. A great conductor will have very good conductivity, and an insulator do not have electric conductivity at all. Electrons cannot pass through that material. And a semiconductor is a material which lies in between a good conductor and an insulator. Semiconductor is a material which lies in between a good conductor and an insulator. So this is a physical wafer, a flat chip-like surface, okay, which is made up of semiconducting material. For example, silicon. On this particular silicon chip, a chip made up of silicon, millions of transistors and other electronic components will be present. So that is a chip. Okay, a flat surface made up of semiconductor material like silicon, on which several electronic components like transistors are embedded. That is called as a chip. And what is the processor? The processor is a functional unit that performs calculations, executes instructions, etc. We all have a CPU, processing unit, in our computer. Okay, and semiconductors are used in the processors also. What are the two main advantages of semiconductors? We use semiconducting material in the manufacture of the chips and also in the manufacture of the processors for computers, laptops, etc. Is it clear? Then, what is a semiconductor? As I already told you, it is a material that conducts electricity between the levels of conductors and insulators. It is not totally blocking the passage of the electrons. Same way, it's not a great conductor. Its capacity lies somewhere in between. So, we call them as semiconductors. Okay. Now, what are the examples of semiconducting material? Silicon, germanium are the pure elements that act as semiconductors. Pure elements means what? Not mixture. Okay. Single element called silicon, a single element called germanium can act as semiconductors. And gallium arsenide is a compound. Okay, not a pure element, because it is made up of made by combining two elements, that is gallium and arsenic. Is it clear? So gallium arsenide is a compound which is made up of gallium and arsenic. So some semiconductors can be made up of a single element. Some semiconductors may be made up of, are composed of compounds like gallium arsenide. Another example is gallium selenide. It is a compound made up of gallium and selenium. Gallium plus selenium together is gallium selenide. Okay. And then coming to graphene. You all know graphene. There is a nickname to it or a title to it. Can any one of you tell me what is graphene called as? Everybody? There is a nickname or a title to graphene. Can anybody tell me what is that? Yes, it is called, the graphene is called as wonder material. wonder material. Why this is called as a wonder material? Is my voice low? Others, is my voice low or is it audible? Okay. So graphene is called as wonder material. Why? Because it is stronger than steel. It is stronger than steel and its conductivity is greater than. Its conductivity is greater than copper. Okay. So graphene is having a conductivity greater than copper. So does it mean that it is a good conductor or a semiconductor? Right? Graphene's conductivity is more than that of the copper. So is it a semiconductor or a good conductor of electricity? It is a good conductor of electricity. By the way, what is graphene? Graphene is one atom thick sheet of carbon. One atom thick sheet. Okay, that is graphene is like a sheet and its thickness is just one atom. Its thickness is just one atom. And maybe you also heard about carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes are nothing but the rolled up sheets of graphene. Okay, if the graphene is rolled up, then it is nothing but the carbon nanotubes and it is a very good conductor. It's a very good conductor. Okay, see, in its natural state, graphene is not considered a semiconductor. It is not a semiconductor. It has a zero band gap. Okay, zero band gap means in the atom, around the nucleus, you have energy levels. Between these energy levels, the gap is almost zero. So the electrons can easily jump from one energy level to the other energy level. Electrons can easily jump from one band to the other band. So zero band gap, semi-metal. It's not a metal. It is not a non-metal. It is a semi-metal. Graphene is a semi-metal. It is having zero band gap. That is, the energy difference between two bands is zero. So the electrons can easily jump between the two bands. It means it can conduct electrons very well. Means it is a highly conductive material. So graphene in its natural state is a highly conductive material but not a semiconductor. But we can use graphene to make semiconductors by adding doping agents. What do you mean by doping agents? Impurities. If you take graphene and add some impurities, then its conductivity will reduce and it will go to the level of semiconductor. I hope it is clear. Semi-metal. Okay, nothing. So is that clear? Graphene, it is one atom thick sheet of made up of carbons, more conductive than copper, much stronger than the steel. It has zero band gap, that is the energy difference between two bands is very less. So the electrons can easily jump between these bands or the energy levels. So it's a great conductor of electricity. And it is not a metal, it is not a non-metal, it is a semi-metal. Okay, and we can convert it into semiconductor material by adding the doping agents to it. Is it clear? Okay, so these are the examples for semiconductors. Okay, so now let us see what is India's semiconductor mission. India's semiconductor mission was launched in the year 2021 with a total financial outlay of 76,000 crore rupees, and it comes under the aegis of the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. Okay, launch date 2021 and the total financial outlay 76,000 crores and under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Now let us see what are the salient features of the mission. ISM aims to reduce the import dependence. It means we should not import the semiconducting material or the chips or the processors. Is it clear? Develop advanced technologies related to the semiconductors and also place India as the global hub for semiconductor manufacturing. It means we should avoid imports. Also, we should be in a condition to do exports. India should become a manufacturing hub of the semiconducting material and the chips, processors and all those things. So, with that aim, we have this India's semiconductor mission. Is it clear? The launch of the OSAT pilot mission, outsourced assembly facility, the one that we are discussing here, outsourced semiconductor assembly and test facility. This OSAT pilot line aligns Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. So what are the topics connected here? Atmanirbhar Bharat, India's semiconductor mission, what are the examples of the semiconductor material, and some basics like what is a chip, what is a processor, and all those things, and the news that this particular manufacturing facility was inaugurated, and also in future we are going to inaugurate another such manufacturing facility. This aims to build a vibrant semiconductor and display ecosystem, and it will also promote indigenous intellectual property. It means if we design the semiconductor material, if we design the chips and processors, we can have more patents on them, we will have more intellectual properties on them. And also fostering a trusted supply chain for raw material and equipment. In future we should be able to supply both raw material and also the finally manufactured equipment to various countries. It means we should cut down the imports and also increase the exports. Enhancing the skill development. By 2032, a global shortage of 1 million semiconductor professionals is expected. Is it clear? Globally, by the year 2032, we are going to get 1 million shortage of semiconductor professionals. It means what? Worldwide we need 1 million professionals with expertise in the semiconductor field. So another target of this particular mission is to fill that particular gap. I mean, we should fill like some of the professionals in that 1 million should be from our country. It means we should be capable of training the professionals in the semiconductor and manufacturing fields. I hope it is clear. By the year 2032, there will be a global shortage of 1 million semiconductor professionals, and India aims to fill this particular gap so that our employment opportunities also increases. We discussed so much about the semiconductors, but what are the applications of semiconductors? Where do we use them? Applications of semiconductors, important point. They are used in the central processing units, computer CPU, processing units. Remember them because you are going to solve a multiple choice question. Based on these points, you are going to solve a multiple choice question. So keep remembering all these points. Semiconductors can be used in the manufacture of CPUs, integrated circuits, and other components of the smartphones and tablets. In your tablets, smartphones and computers, several components like the processor chips, transistors, integrated circuits, processing units, and also flat panel displays, that is LED TVs. Not only LED TVs, the LED screens of our mobile phones, LED screens in our laptops or tablets, all these flat panel displays or other components in the LED TVs, and temperature sensors, pressure sensors, gas sensors. For example, if the temperature increases, it will sense and give a beep, or if the pressure increase or decrease, it will give you an alarm. Or gas sensors in your home, if there is any leakage of the gas, it will detect and give you an alarm. In these sensors also we can use semiconductors. And we can use semiconductors in the inverters also. Inverters means what? Like for example, our batteries. Let us suppose when we have electricity, we'll be charging that inverter, and when we do not have electricity, we can use that particular stored electricity. So inverters that convert the direct current into alternating current. Okay, in the inverters also we can use them. And silicon is the most common semiconductor used in the production of the solar panels. Okay, so in the solar panels, you know, solar energy is very important in the context of reducing the carbon footprint and usage of the fossil fuels. We are working on the alternative sources of energy. One very important and absolutely clean source of alternative energy is solar energy. But to harvest the solar energy, we need solar panels. In the manufacture of solar panels also we use semiconductor material. So chips, processors, circuits, transistors, flat paneled LED screens and other components in your TVs, computers, laptops, tablets, temperature sensors, pressure sensors, gas sensors, inverters which will convert the direct current into alternating current, and solar panels to harvest the solar energy and convert the solar energy into electricity. In the manufacture of all these components, we need semiconductors. From this we can understand that semiconductors are very important. So we need the semiconductor mission. And under this semiconductor mission, we launched this semiconductor chips manufacturing facility called as OSAT. That is all the total summary of this particular article. Okay, now participate in this particular MCQ, solve this and let me know your answers in the comment section. Okay, right. So the first question, consider the following statements. Can we use semiconductors in the temperature, pressure and gas sensors? Hello Dr. Mukesh, how are you? Displays in the LED TVs and computer screens and cell phone screens, solar panels, computer processor chips. Which of the above are not the applications of the semiconductor? Yes, the correct answer is D, because you have to notice this particular point, which of them are not the applications of the semiconductors. All of them are the applications of the semiconductors. So the right answer is D, okay, which are not the applications of the semiconductors. Can we move on? Right, moving on to the next topic, that is runoff DNA reveals tropical rainforest biodiversity. Okay, say we have a tropical rainforest, and in this rainforest we have a lot of biodiversity, isn't it? We have several trees and we have several small plants and we have grasses and we have so many animals and we have a lot of insects and several microbes, all of them, isn't it? Okay, a tropical rainforest will have a lot of biodiversity. It will have millions of species. Do you agree? Yes, it will have millions of species. Now I want to study about what is the target here, what I want to do here. I want to study the genomes of, all these organisms. I hope it is clear. Yes, all of you, what is the target here? I want to study the genomes of all these organisms. Then you may get one doubt, like what is the genome? Okay, what is a genome? Genome is one copy of total genetic content of a cell. 1 copy of total genetic content of a cell. Okay. So if you understand this definition, you tell me one genome in the human beings, one genome in humans is equal to how many chromosomes? Yes, all of you please. One genome in the human beings is equal to how many chromosomes? Fast please. One genome, very good. Okay, very good. 23 chromosomes. 23 chromosomes, not 46, because they said only one copy of the total genetic content. 46 is 23 pairs, that is 2 copies. But the genome is one copy of the total genetic content of a cell. All the 23 chromosomes in a single copy, that is the genome in the human beings. Then tell me, does it mean 23 chromosomes in every organism, or this number differs in different organisms? For example, in chimpanzee, this number is 24 chromosomes. In chimpanzee, this number is 24 chromosomes. In pea plant, okay, you can keep answering if you know. In pea plant, it is 7 chromosomes. In maize, you know, corn, sweet corn, in that it is 10 chromosomes. You know, Drosophila. What is Drosophila? Fruit fly. Just keep bananas open in your home for a while, for an hour or two. Small fruit flies you can see, that is called Drosophila, that will have 4 chromosomes. Its one genome is equal to 4 chromosomes. Not only the number of chromosomes, also they differ in the DNA sequence as well. Is it clear? The adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine sequence is also different, right? So we have to study the genomes of all these organisms. Okay, now tell me, is it possible, let us suppose you have gone to a tropical rainforest. Is it possible to catch hold of all these grass plants, insects, microbes, bacteria, amoeba, animals, plants, snakes, birds and all these things? Is it possible to catch hold of each organism and study its genome? Is it possible or difficult? Not possible. So they got a clever idea here, that is run-off DNA. Researchers from France and Norway have developed a low-cost way to explore the biodiversity of the tropical rainforest. Okay, it means when it rains in the rainforest, the rain will collect the DNA from the dead bodies of all these organisms, and all that water will go to the nearby water bodies. So collect the DNA samples from the water bodies. You will get an estimation of how many different species are there, and you can study about the genomes of different organisms. Is it clear? Instead of climbing the trees, catching the animals, they collected the DNA pieces from the washed off leaves. Is it clear? For example, when it rains, the rainwater will fall on the leaves and they will wash the leaves. In the process, they will contain, the rainwater contains a little DNA of the leaves. Is it clear? Okay. By the rain, using the repurposed umbrellas and filters in French Guiana, they detected the DNA from hundreds of species where in the nearby water bodies, because the rainwater will wash away the DNA from all these organisms into those water bodies. I hope it is clear. Including trees, frogs, birds, monkeys, insects, etc. Old forests also had more species than the nearby plantations. One observation what they made is coffee tea plantations. You know, in Assam or in Nilgiri hills, we have a lot of coffee, tea, rubber, cocoa and these kinds of plantations. If you observe the runoff water DNA from the plantations, versus the runoff DNA in the tropical rainforest? You tell me where the biodiversity is expected more, where more biodiversity is expected. Yes, star, rainwater can carry the DNA. Is it clear? So, in which place you expect more biodiversity? In which place you can expect more biodiversity? Tropical rainforest, isn't it? Tropical rainforest. And here there are two questions. Okay, star is asking, can the rainwater carry the DNA? Yes. Okay, to your surprise, let us suppose I am holding this remote now. Okay, if you carefully collect, some of my DNA is deposited on this remote. In a forensic expert can collect that DNA and can detect which person held this particular remote previously. Is it clear? That is called touch DNA. So obviously when the rain falls on the trees, organisms and all, some of the cells, because we keep on shedding our cells, isn't it? Our skin will keep on shedding the old and dead cells. Okay, so all these cells will be collected by the rainwater, and the nearby water bodies will have the DNA of all organisms in that rainforest. Do you agree? Is the answer for your question clear? Right. Then another student is asking that, okay, Chirag is asking, okay ma'am, in the nearby water body we have the DNA from all the organisms from the rainforest. But how to know which DNA is from which organism? Good question. Can we actually know which DNA is from which organism? No. We can only estimate the degree of biodiversity. In this place you have more biodiversity, in this place you have less biodiversity. Okay, by this method we cannot understand the DNA is from which organism. You can only identify how many different types of DNA are present to estimate the degree of biodiversity. I hope it is clear, Chirag and everybody else? Right. Okay. Then now solve this question. I'll give you a few seconds time, solve this question. Simple question. And you can let me know your answers in the comment section. Yes, Prashant Verma, we can only get an estimation about the number of species, variety of the species, how different they are from each other. Species richness and species diversity that you study in your ecology and biodiversity subject. Also we study in NCERTs. Species richness, how many species are there? Species diversity, how many different varieties of species are there? Only that we can estimate from this runoff DNA reveals. Is that clear? And the right answer is, consider the following statements. Can we use DNA or genome studies in solving the forensic cases? Yes. Okay. In the forensic cases, we can sometimes identify the criminal and sometimes identify the victim also. For example, in the recent Shraddha Walkar's case, okay, where a man killed her and cut her body into pieces, some 32 pieces, and throw the remains in different places. So how to know who is the victim? You can collect the DNA from those remains and compare it with her parents. If it match with her parents by 50%, it means she is identified as Shraddha Walkar. Same way criminal. Let us suppose in the recent past there was a case about this RG Medical College case, okay, where in the victim's body there is a semen sample. From the semen sample we can collect the DNA and match it with the suspected person who is recorded in the CCTV camera footage, and if it is 100% matching, then we can say that he is the rapist. Okay. Can we study, can we use genome studies to understand the biodiversity? Yes. The news that we discussed now is all about that. Okay, by collecting the DNA from the water bodies, we can estimate the amount of species richness and species diversity in a particular place. Okay, understanding the process of evolution? Yes. For example, okay, say, let us suppose, okay, look at here, I am comparing human genome with chimpanzee genome, and I found that it is very similar. And I am comparing the human genome, okay, with some gorilla genome, and it is less similar. Less similar means what? A bit different. It is not as similar as that of chimpanzee and human being. So, from these two observations, you tell me which is our closest relative. Chimpanzee is our closest relative or gorilla is our closest relative? From these two observations. Yes, from these two observations we will understand that chimpanzee is the closest relative to us. It means using genome studies we can also understand the process of evolution. Okay, what evolved into what? Who is our closest ancestor? Such points also we can understand. Okay, and can we use genome studies in the diagnosis and treatment? Yes. Okay, let me explain how. In the diagnosis and treatment, how? Okay, you know PCR, RT-PCR, PCR. Okay, let us suppose during the COVID-19 the disease was identified or diagnosed with this RT-PCR technique. Okay, in this technique what they do is they collect the sample from the swab. They'll put a swab in your throat and nose and collect the sample. Now let us imagine if my throat swab contain coronavirus genome. What does it mean? My throat swab, a human being's throat swab, is containing the genome of the coronavirus. So what does it mean, everybody? Not CRISPR technique. No need of CRISPR. Okay, just we sequence it. We will find the viral sequence in the human sample. If in my sample the coronaviral DNA is present, it means I am infected by the coronavirus. Is it clear? Same way, in the human sample, if you find a TB bacterial genome, okay, tuberculosis bacterial genome, means what? Infected by TB. Okay, like that we can use the genome sequencing in the diagnosis. We can also use the like in the treatment as well. Okay, diagnosis, RT-PCR, treatment also, because how do you know which medicine works the best on this particular bacteria or virus? When I study the genome of that bacteria, I will understand its nature. Once I understand its nature, then I can estimate which medicine works the best on this particular bacteria or this particular microbe. So we can also use genome studies for disease treatment also. I repeat this last point. Okay, let us suppose how to cure COVID-19 treatment. How do I know? First, I will study the genome of that virus. Then I will understand the nature of that virus. If these are the properties of the virus, then what kind of medicines I can use to kill this particular virus or bacterium or any pathogen to that matter. So we can use genome studies in the treatment also. Which of the following are not the applications of the genomics? None of the above, because all of them are the applications of genomics. Genomics means study of genomes. Genomics means study of genomes. Is that clear? So D is the correct answer. Then moving on to the next topic. Listen carefully because you have to solve the MCQ based on this. So complete focus please. Okay. Third news article is DRDO successfully tests. DRDO successfully tests its indigenous Integrated Air Defense Weapon System, IADWS. integrated air defense weapon system. Is that clear? Genome study also applicable for formation. Of course, Chirag, yes. Genomics also helps in manufacturing the vaccines also. Our DNA vaccines, mRNA vaccines can be developed only by studying the genomes. Okay, now coming back to this. Okay, is it clear? What is the third news article? DRDO successfully tested the indigenously developed IADWS. Okay, this test was conducted off the coast of Odisha, that is next to the coast of Odisha, right? The system demonstrated its capability by simultaneously destroying 3 targets at varying ranges and altitudes. First of all, air defense system means what? We have different types of weapons. Okay, we have different types of weapons, right? Say, for example, ballistic missiles, okay, and cruise missiles. They both are kind of surface to surface missiles. Ballistic missiles will travel like this, cruise missiles will travel like this or any path other than this, but they are launched from one surface and hit the other surface. But here this IADWS is like a surface to air missile, surface to air missile, okay, for the defense purpose. We use these missiles for attack, and surface to air missiles are not used for the attack, they are used for the defense. Okay, like say for example, like in our childhood we used to see this serials like Rama and Mahabharat. In that, in the war scenes, what happens? The two armies will, okay, put their own arrows, and in between the two arrows will keep fighting like this. Okay, that is called as intercept. Okay, the purpose is to intercept. Intercept means stop it while it is in the air, not let it. Okay, let us suppose this is the enemy country, launched a ballistic missile. Okay, say this is the enemy country, launched a ballistic missile, and then let us suppose India here, and what we have to do is intercept. That is nothing but defense system. Okay, yes, like S-400 during the recent India-Pakistan conflict, we called it as the Sudarshan Chakra, because like Sudarshan Chakra, it defended India from all types of attack by Pakistan. Is that clear? Okay, this is similar to that. This test was conducted off to the coast of Odisha. Then the system demonstrated its capability to simultaneously destroying 3 targets at various ranges and altitudes. Various ranges and altitudes means what? Say enemy country India. Okay, it is launching. First, we should try to stop here, number 1 target. Let us suppose we failed to stop it there. Okay, then what happens? It will continue to, okay, travel. Then what you have to do, you should have the second one which can stop at a lower altitude also. Is it clear? Okay, then let us suppose we failed to stop it at that altitude itself. Then what happens? It will continue to travel and reach till here. Then we should have another defense system which can stop it at a very less altitude also. Is it clear? Like in some like faction movies or action movies they show, okay, the villain will try to kill the hero. Okay, then he will keep some bombs or some people to attack on him at different places. If the hero escapes the first place, then the people standing in the second spot will kill him. If the hero escapes from there also, then the people standing in the third spot will kill him, like that. I hope it is clear. So, it can simultaneously destroy 3 targets at varying ranges and altitudes, at a higher altitude, at a medium altitude, and at a very low altitude. I hope it is clear. Therefore, it is called integrated air defense weapon system. It is not a single air defense weapon system. Okay. The integrated air defense weapon system is a multi-layered defense system. Multi-layered means, do we really have any layers like this, like first layer and then second layer? No. This layers is kind of a symbolic word we are using. Is it clear? Any missile which can stop it here is like first layer. There is no layer there. We don't keep any physical barrier like this. Like an umbrella, we don't keep anything so that, okay, while coming it will stop. It is not like that. It is a missile. Okay, but we are calling it as a particular layer. I hope it is clear. Okay. No need of running notes, Anushka. This particular notes I will upload in my Telegram channel. You can download it from there. Okay. Almost everything I am explaining is there in the notes, so you need not divert your focus on that. Okay. Yes, it is harder, but we can do that. That is a speciality of this. Okay. And I hope it is clear. Multi-layered defense system means, do we really have different layers like 3 different umbrellas placed in the air? No, that is just a symbolic word use. We have missile systems to destroy the enemy's threat at different altitudes. That's all. Okay. Comparing to 3 key components. I told you that it can attack, it can intercept 3 different targets, okay, simultaneously. Now let us see what are those 3 stages. What is this number 1, first layer, second layer, third layer. Can we continue? Okay. Then first one is quick reaction surface to air missile. Okay, use the word. First one is quick reaction surface to air missile. QRSAM. Quick reaction surface to air missile. Is it clear? Its range is 3 to 30 kilometers range. I mean, it can hit a target at a range of around 3 to 30 kilometers. And it provides a protective shield. As I already told you, there is no physical barrier, there is no such shield here. Okay, it is just a particular missile that can destroy the enemy's weapons or enemy's missiles. Okay, provides a protective shield to moving army armored columns. Use this word once, message me this word once. Army armored columns means what? Okay, like a fleet, a group of army vehicles, including the military tanks, etc. Is it clear? Army armored columns means like a fleet or a group of army vehicles, including the military tanks. Okay. So this QRSAM is used as a defense against this particular army armored columns. I mean, if the military vehicles are going in a group, we need to protect our army. For that we need QRSAM. Okay. If any enemy's aerial threat, any missiles or drones or any bombs are coming and falling on these vehicles, QRSAM can defend them, intercept them and protect our army vehicles. I hope QRSAM is clear. Okay, keep remembering because you are going to solve an MCQ based on this. Okay, second one, I told you that there are total 3 levels. First level is QRSAM. What is the purpose of QRSAM? To defend our army vehicles which are going in the form of a group, right? Second one, advanced very short range air defense system, VSHROADS. Very short range air defense. Remember, all these three are defense systems. They are not attack systems. This is to defend our facilities, right? Okay. 300 meters to 6 kilometer. Look at here. This is 3 to 30 kilometer. This is just 300 meter to 6 kilometer. Therefore, it is called as very short range. Is it clear? Even the enemy's missile comes very close to us, then also we can defend. Is it clear? The enemy's drones or something, they came very close to us, then also we can defend. Got it? Okay. It is the fourth generation man portable. Man portable means what? It is not very heavy. A military soldier on his shoulders can carry this. Man portable. Man can carry this. Small system. And it is an air defense system called as MANPAD. MANPAD means man portable air defense system. Basically what it is? Air defense system. And how is it? It is very small, man portable. A human being can carry this on his shoulders. Okay. What it will do? It will neutralize the drones. Enemy's drones are coming. It will attack it, neutralize it, means destroy it. Okay. UAVs. Of course, UAVs drones are very similar. Okay. Not man support extreme power, man portable. A human being can carry this from one place to the other place. Is that clear? And what it can do? It can neutralize the drones. Neutralize means what? It can destroy the drones. UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, both of them roughly mean the same. And other aerial threats usable by Army, Navy, Air Force. I will summarize it. It is called very short range air defense system because the range is just 300 meters. Enemy country's drone is just 300 meters away. Then also we can destroy it. In the last minute also we can destroy it. Okay. And it is an air defense system, not an attacking system. Then it is man portable. It means small in size. A human being can carry this from one place to the other. And what it can do? It can neutralize the drones, unmanned aerial vehicles and other aerial threats. Any type of aerial threats, what other will be there? Enemy's helicopters will be there, or their missiles can be there, or their fighter jets can be there. Okay. So these kind of things can be defended. Is it clear? UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. Okay. Roughly mean the same as drones. Pilot is not driving it. It will be remote controlled. UAVs or drones are used, okay, not to keep the pilot's life in the risk. Okay. Next, third one. A laser based directed energy weapon. Okay. Directed energy weapon. Use this word once. I mean, message this word to me once in the comment section. Directed energy system. Okay. Tell me, light is a type of energy. Light is a type of energy. Heat, light, all these are the types of energy. Yes, it's a type of energy. And laser is a type of light. Laser is a type of light. If we use laser beam, to defend, okay, or neutralize the aerial threats, then it is called directed energy system. Okay. Let us suppose this is the directed energy system. Then what I will do? I will direct it towards the target. And then, okay, the laser beam goes, will destroy or neutralize the aerial threat, the threat which is coming through the air. Is it clear? Range is 4 kilometers. In April, directed energy weapon successfully destroyed UAVs and swarm drones. Use this word once, swarm drones. Okay, SWARM, swarm drones. Swarm drones means what? Okay, during the India-Pakistan conflict in the month of April, Pakistan launched a group of small drones. Each drone size is small, but there are several such drones. Such drones are called as swarm drones. Okay. In the month of April, in the India-Pakistan conflict, this particular directed energy weapon, okay, successfully destroyed the drones, swarm drones, by causing structural damage and also disabling their sensors. Okay, how the DEW destroyed the Pakistan's swarm drones? One, by causing physical damage to them. Two, by destroying their sensors. Okay, their sensors will be destroyed so that they cannot hit the target. Is it clear? Okay. So, I repeat, in the month of April, context India-Pakistan conflict. I don't want to call it as a proper war, so I am using the word conflict. Okay. And then Pakistan launched several drones and also the swarm drones. Swarm drones means large number of small drones. Okay. And our DEW could destroy all of them by two mechanisms. One is causing physical damage to them. Second one, destroying their sensors because so that they cannot detect their targets. I hope it is clear. Significance. Places India among the select group of nations with the operational directed energy system. Okay. With this, India became one of the very few countries to have this kind of system. Is that clear? Okay. So, three steps. First one, QRSAM. Second one, V-Shrodes. Third one, laser based directed energy weapon system. Is it clear? Three levels. So, together it is called as integrated air defense weapon system. All the three together is called as integrated air defense weapon system. Okay, right? Now, okay. And all components are controlled by centralized command and control center. Okay. Now, think about the India-Pakistan conflict, okay, in the recent past. If you remember, both the countries came to an agreement that we will cease fire, that is, will stop the war from both the sides. But to our surprise, if you remember, next day again the drones were launched. But still we could defend them. Yes or no? But still unexpected. We didn't expect that more swarm drones and all will come towards our side, right? But still we could neutralize them. How it is possible? How it is possible? Because of this. Is it clear? All these components are controlled by a centralized command and control center, which is developed by the Defense Research and Development Laboratory. The system can simultaneously engage multiple aerial targets like high-speed drones and multi-copter UAVs. Is it clear? It means it is an automated system. Okay, it's not like a human being is standing there and then see, okay, drones are coming, now launch them. It is not like that. It is an automated system and it is a centralized command and control system. Once they detect the drones and all coming, it will automatically be launched. Is it clear? Okay. And together QRSAM, V-Shrodes, DEW make the integrated air defense weapon system a multi-layered. Point number one, mobile, because I told you it is man portable. Okay, and they are not huge components. You can move them from one place to the other place depending on the need. And advanced, third point, advanced defense shield. Basically they are a defense shield. They are not for the attack. Okay, and they are small sized, mobile, multi-layered. How multi-layered? Because we have QRSAM, V-Shrodes and DEW, directed energy weapon systems. Is it clear? Capable of encountering a wide spectrum of aerial threats. It is capable of destroying different varieties of the aerial threats. It is a strategic leap in the indigenous defense capability and also stepping stone towards our mission Sudarshan Chakra. What is the significance of this? Stepping stone towards the mission Sudarshan Chakra. What is mission Sudarshan Chakra? Important point. It is a multi-layered networked defense system. Networked defense system means what? All are connected like a network. Okay, and they are computerized. We can take quick decisions and launch them, okay, in a short notice of time, covering both border areas and vital national assets. Okay, will this Sudarshan Chakra protect only the border areas? No, border areas and also important national assets can be protected. Okay, what is Sudarshan Chakra? Sudarshan Chakra is different, Mission Sudarshan Chakra is different. Okay, Mission Sudarshan Chakra is a multi-layered network defense system designed to protect India. Is it clear? Okay, and it is a tagline given to S400. Sudarshan Chakra is a tagline given to S400 in the context of the India-Pak conflict recently. Okay, that's all. Now, solve this question. How many of the following pairs are correctly matched? How many of the following pairs are correctly matched? You can message me your answers in the comment section. All of you. Okay, now let us discuss. Actually, QRSAM is the shield and V-Shrods is the man-portable defense system. So, I have exchanged both of them. So, they both are wrong. Directed energy weapon uses laser to destroy the targets, correct. Okay. So, choose the correct answer, not the incorrect answer, choose the correct answer. So, only one, which one? The third pair is correctly matched. Okay, A is the correct answer. Done? Can we move on? Right. So, moving on to the next one. Next topic is ISRO to conduct. ISRO to conduct first Gaganyaan test flight in December 2025. It's a future news. Okay, published in Times of India. Okay. Okay, right. So, what is Gaganyaan? It is a mission finally to send 3 astronauts. Send 3 astronauts into the space. That is the final target. Okay. But before we send astronauts into the space, we have to do unmanned test flights. Is it clear? Without astronauts, first send it and see whether it will be successful or not. Is it clear? Yes, for December. Unmanned test flight. That first unmanned test flight is called as G1. What is G1? The first unmanned test flight of Gaganyaan. The first unmanned test flight of Gaganyaan. In this unmanned test flight, a half humanoid robot called Vyomamitra will also be there. Vyomamitra is a half humanoid robot. Why am I calling it as a half humanoid robot? Because this robot has only till the torso. It has no legs. So, therefore, it is called as a half humanoid robot. Okay. In December 2025, it will validate the key systems including the crew escape system. Why this particular test? Why don't we send the astronauts directly? What this particular G1 mission is going to test? The G1 mission is going to test the crew escape system. I mean, in case of any accident or in case of any abort, okay, I mean if the mission fails, can the crew escape or not? Okay, it will also test the orbital module. Orbital module means that part of the vehicle which will orbit the earth, and the launch dynamics, can we launch it properly or not? Laying the groundwork for the future manned mission. It means in a way it is a preparation for the future manned mission where we will be finally sending the astronauts. What are the objectives of G1 mission? First of all, be clear what is G1 mission. It is the unmanned test flight of Gaganyaan. Objectives, final objective, send 3 Indian astronauts into the low Earth orbit and establish India's indigenous human space flight capability. 2 targets. First one, send 3 astronauts into the low Earth orbit. Second one, establish India's indigenous, our own human space flight capability. It means India should become a country which is capable of sending its astronauts into the space. These are the 2 targets of Gaganyaan. Okay. The mission duration will be up to 7 days. Okay. Final Gaganyaan mission duration will be up to 7 days. I mean the astronauts are going to stay in the space only for 7 days. If it becomes successful, in future in the Bharatiya Antariksha Station, we will be planning for a longer duration stay. The launch vehicle that will be used in the final Gaganyaan mission will be human rated GSLV Mark III. GSLV Mark III, the same vehicle which took our Chandrayaan 3 also. It is an old vehicle, it is not a new vehicle, but we are going to do some modifications to it. I mean, we are making it in such a way that it can carry the human beings, human rated GSLV Mark III. So, it is called HLVM3, remember the point. In which launch vehicle the 3 astronauts are going to be launched, HLVM3, human rated GSLV Mark III. Status, 80% of the tests are conducted. Then what is Vyomamitra? It is a half humanoid robot that will be sent into the space before we actually send our astronauts. Okay, and presently which test we are planning in the month of December? G1, the first unmanned mission. There will be 2 more such unmanned missions called G2, G3 before the final launch of the Gaganyaan. Is it clear? Okay. And the Gaganyaan mission aims to send Indian astronauts into the low Earth orbit by 2027. So 2025 December, first unmanned mission test. Before 26-27 we have to do 2 more unmanned test missions. Finally, by the end of 2027 we will be launching 3 astronauts into the space in the final Gaganyaan mission. The government has set ambitious targets including establishment of Bharatiya Antariksha Station by 2035. See, I will tell you the timeline. G1, the first unmanned test mission of Gaganyaan, 2025 December. After that, 2 more tests of unmanned Gaganyaan mission. 2027, the original Gaganyaan, which is launching 3 Indian astronauts into the low Earth orbit where they will spend for 7 days. If that is successful, by 2035 we are targeting the Bharatiya Antariksha Station, India's own space station, because we don't want to depend on the International Space Station because they may not cooperate when we need some important information. On the top of it, the International Space Station is also about to complete its lifespan. Okay, so therefore different countries are planning their own space stations. As a part of that, we are also planning Bharatiya Antariksha Station by 2035. And then we are planning to send astronauts on to the moon, crewed lunar landing by 2040. Is that clear? Okay, this is the timeline. Now solve this question. Which among the following launch vehicle is planned to be used in the Gaganyaan uncrewed mission? Okay, so human rated. Okay, HLVM3. Okay, now the next topic we are discussing. ISRO accomplishes first integrated airdrop test for Gaganyaan mission. Is it clear? Airdrop test. Tell me what kind of a test is it? This is another news article. What kind of a test is it? Airdrop test. Whereas G1 was launch test. And this topic is about airdrop test, not the launch test. Is it clear? Okay. So the trial was a joint effort involving Indian Air Force and DRDO, Navy, Coast Guard. Is it clear? Okay. Why Indian Air Force is involved in this? Because in this particular thing, the crew module is carried in the Indian Air Force Chinook helicopter. Is it clear? Tell me why the Indian Air Force is involved in the airdrop test. Because the crew module is carried in Chinook helicopter. Is it clear? Chinook heavy lift helicopter. Clear for all of you? Right. So Indian Air Force is involved. And DRDO is the one which is actually conducting this test, and Navy and Coast Guard, because Chinook helicopter, let us imagine this is the crew module of Gaganyaan and my right hand is Chinook helicopter. Chinook helicopter will carry the crew module. What is this pen cap? All of you, what is this pen cap? I am comparing it with crew module of the Gaganyaan. That is that part of the Gaganyaan where the astronauts will be spending their time. Okay. Chinook helicopter will carry this to a particular height and from there it will drop it. And where it will drop it? Where it will drop it? Onto the land or into the ocean? It will drop it into the ocean. So therefore, Navy and Indian Coast Guard are also involved. Okay. This particular mission, that is this drop test, is jointly conducted by Indian Air Force, DRDO, Navy and Indian Coast Guard. This is showcasing the whole of the nation approach. So this is indicating that in India, all the forces work together. It is a whole of nation approach. Is it clear? Then, this test marks a significant step in validating the parachute based deceleration system. Do we need a parachute? See, Chinook helicopter lifted the crew module and dropped it. If it drop with such a high speed, okay, it will crash land and it can harm the astronauts. So while reaching the ground, its velocity should be reduced. So using a parachute system, it should decelerate. I hope it is clear. Which is essential for ensuring the crew safety during the re-entry and landing. During re-entry and landing, if the crew should be safe, we need parachutes to slowly bring the crew module when it is dropped from the Chinook head. The crew module fell down, sorry. Okay. So that is how the crew module will be launched and dropped, and it will slowly come down with the support of a parachute. I hope it is clear. Then the IATD. Okay, what is IATD1? What is IATD1? Okay, IATD means, look at this. integrated airdrop test. Okay, IADT. IADT1. Is it clear? Integrated airdrop test 1. In this, the simulated crew module. Is it the original crew module in which the astronauts are going to sit? Is the original crew module lifted by the Chinook helicopter and dropped down? Yes? No, it is the simulated crew module. I mean, it is a dummy crew module. Is dropped in IADT1. What is IADT1? IADT1 is not the name of the crew module. IADT1 is the name of the test. Okay, look at this. Integrated airdrop test. Integrated airdrop test. Is it clear? Okay, is IADT the name of the crew module? No, it is integrated airdrop test number 1. In that, original crew module is not dropped into the water by the Chinook helicopter, a simulated, that is a dummy crew module which weighs 48 tons, is dropped with the help of a parachute system. Okay, was released from an altitude of 3 kilometers. Chinook helicopter will lift it to 3 kilometers and then drop it from there. Okay, then the test simulated a possible abort scenario. I mean, by chance if the original Gaganyaan is aborted, how the crew module will land onto the water. Okay, for that it is a test. Upon release of the crew module, upon the Chinook helicopter released the crew module, the onboard avionics commanded for the deceleration system initiation after the parachute deployed. Okay, post splashdown. We are not using the word landing, we are using the word splashdown, because when the crew module lands onto the water, it will splash. The water splashes. So we use the word splashdown. After the splashdown, the simulated crew module was successfully recovered. See, the Coast Guard, okay, will go and collect the crew module. Is it clear? In which vehicle the Coast Guard went and collected the crew module? INS Anvesha. Okay, so now tell me why Indian Navy is involved? Because the Coast Guard travelled in INS Anvesha. Why Coast Guard is used? To collect the crew module safely from the water after the splashdown. And why DRDO and Indian Air Force are involved? Because Chinook helicopter is used for dropping this dummy crew module. I hope it is clear. No, Chirag, it is a regular procedure. Okay, whenever we send the astronauts into the space, before sending the astronauts, these are the regular tests conducted. Not only India is conducting them because they are low cost. Okay, this is one of the tests that must be conducted to validate the systems before launching the astronauts directly into the space. I hope it is clear. Okay, abort scenario means what? Abort means what? Abort means fail. We also use the word abortion if the pregnancy gets terminated. Abort in general means failed. If the mission fails, okay, can the crew come down safely is a test. It is a test that must be conducted any time the astronauts are being sent into the space. I hope it is clear. Then, okay, right. Then the test vehicle abort mission TVD1. Okay, TVD1. What is this? Okay, see here we totally discussed about, okay, 3 tests. Okay, one is this one. Okay, I'll summarize all the tests. One is this IATD. Okay, IATD. Oh, sorry, IADT. Right? IADT. This is airdrop test. Integrated airdrop test. Is that clear? Now we are discussing about another test. Is this already completed? ISRO accomplishes the first integrated airdrop test, okay, on so and so date. So this test is already completed. Is that clear? And we discussed about another test. Name that. In the previous topic we discussed about another test. Tell me what was that? Okay, G1. This is unmanned launch test, not coming back test, sending test. Is that clear? And is it completed? No. Okay, scheduled to be done in the month of December 2025. What more tests we discussed about? G2, G3. They must be completed before 2027. Is that clear? Okay. So, number 1, number 2, G1, G2, G3 are launch tests. The IADT is return test. Next one, test vehicle abort mission, TVD1. There is another test called as, okay, TVD1. Test vehicle abort mission. It was completed in 2023. This is third one we are discussing. This is a different test. This is completed. In 2023. Is it clear? So now let us see what is that. October 2023 was not an airdrop test. Rather, it was high altitude flight test of the Gaganyaan program to validate the crew escape system in a realistic abort scenario. Okay. So what is this? This is the flight test. Flight test. Whether this particular vehicle can fly or not. It was not an airdrop test. Is that clear? The test vehicle abort mission. Test vehicle. Okay. Is it drop test? No. Is it like G1, G2, G3? No. We are not sending it into the space. Just check whether it can fly or not. Okay, of the Gaganyaan program to validate the crew escape system. Is it clear? Okay, right. In broader roadmap, IADT1 lies in between TVD1 and G1. Okay, so TVD1 will be number 1. Okay, then this drop test will be number 2. This will be number 3. That is the meaning of this particular paragraph. In a broader roadmap, first what we have to do, whether our vehicle can fly or not. Next what we have to do, can we bring the astronauts safely back or not. And then what we have to do, we have to send the Vyomamitra into the space. And then what we have to do, what will be the fourth step after this? Okay, the actual manned mission. I hope the difference between all these tests is clear for all of you. First step, whether our vehicle is ready or not, flight test. And we are not launching it till the space. We just check whether it can fly or not. Second one, whether we can safely bring the astronauts or not. Third one, send Vyomamitra into the space, G1, G2, G3. Fourth one, directly send the astronauts into the space. Is the order clear? G1, G2, G3 we discussed in the previous topic and the other 3 we discussed in the current topic. Okay, very good. Now, okay. So, in the broader roadmap, IADT1 lies in between TVD1, which is already completed in 2023, and G1, which is planned in 2025. In between, we completed this IADT1. That's it. Okay, solve this question. Okay. How many of the following pairs are correctly matched? Message me your answers in the comment section. Active participation, all of you try to solve the question. Okay. Let us see. Okay. The test vehicle abort mission is a high altitude flight test. Correct. It is a high altitude flight test. And integrate, so here it is not space launch. You are not launch, it will not go till the space. Just we will check if it is flying or not. Just whether it is capable of flying or not. It will be launched till the, it will not be launched till the space. It will not go to the space. Is it clear? Not space launch. And not drop test. Then what it is? Just flight test. Okay. Then next, drop test. Okay. To validate the parachute system for safe re-entry. Correct. G1, G2, G3 unmanned test mission. Okay. In the HLVM3. It will go in the HLVM3. Okay. All the 3 are correct. So C is the right answer. All the 3 are correct. And also they are done in the same order. First we test whether it can fly or not. Then whether the crew can safely return or not. And then we will launch the mission in which Vyomamitra is sent till the space launch, but without astronauts. Fourth step will be sending the astronauts. I hope this is clear. C is the correct answer. No, TVD1 will not reach the LEO. TVD1 will not reach. Okay, it is not a space launch. Just whether it can fly or not. Okay, that is the point. If it actually reaches LEO, then it is like G1, G2, G3. Okay, that is the difference. So, sixth topic. Okay, the one which is in the news very much in the last few days. Since more than a month, this particular news we have seen in social media, different newspapers, magazines and all. That is brain eating amoeba. Okay, sixth topic. Kerala last year reported around 36 infections of brain eating amoeba. Primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. Okay, meningeal layers means what? Okay, see, the word itis means inflammation. Okay, that's why we say laryngitis, pharyngitis, okay, pharyngitis, appendicitis or rhinitis, conjunctivitis. Wherever you use the suffix itis, it means inflammation. Okay, and then meningeal layers means what? Meningeal layers are the protective coverings. Protective coverings on the brain. Okay, we have 3 meningeal layers like that. Okay, 3 layers covering the brain, because brain is a very important and very delicate organ. So we need protective coverings on the brain, that is meningeal layers. So meningitis means what? Inflammation to meningeal layers. Cephalitis means what? Inflammation of the brain. So meningoencephalitis means what? Okay, inflammation to brain and the meningeal layers. Is it clear? And amoebic meningoencephalitis means what? Meningoencephalitis caused by amoeba. Is it clear? So primary amoebic meningoencephalitis is the disease that we are discussing about. I hope it is clear. And it is caused by amoeba which is called Naegleria fowleri. Okay, name of that brain eating amoeba is Naegleria fowleri. First of all, what is amoeba? You tell me, is it a virus? No. Is it a bacterium? No. It is a protozoa. It is a protozoa, that is single cellular, free living, but eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means they have a true nucleus, whereas bacteria are prokaryotic. They do not have a true nucleus. Is that clear? Okay. So that is called brain eating amoeba, because it can infect the brain and destroy the brain tissue. It will literally eat the brain tissue. Okay. So this eating is not even used symbolically. It will literally feed on the brain tissue. Is it clear? Right. Officials reported 19 deaths and 72 infections. And if at all the infection is rare, but if at all the infection comes, fatality rate is 95%. Fatality rate is 95%. So who estimated the fatality rate to be 95%? The US, United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention. CDC estimated the fatality rate to be around 95%. Okay, and in the other 5% cases also, luckily they diagnosed before the amoeba entered the brain. If it entered the brain, the chance of retrieving the patient is very, very less. Almost sure shot death. Is it clear? Okay. The amoeba thrives in warm lakes and the rivers. Okay, that is stagnant water. Ponds, lakes, also rivers, but mainly ponds, lakes, wells. For example, in the villages, okay, we will take the water from the well. Okay, manually we take the water from the well. Those wells, or we wash the clothes or take bath in the ponds in the villages. In that kind of settings, the chance is more. Is it clear? Also in the swimming pools, if they are not maintained thoroughly, if the swimming pools are maintained thoroughly, the water is chlorinated, properly filtered out and all, the chance is less. But if the swimming pools are not maintained thoroughly, then it is contracted by contaminated water. Usually the water enters through the nose. Okay, it means it is not contaminated through drinking water. So we need not get panic for drinking water. Yes, it is parasitic amoeba. Yes. Okay. So it is actually not parasitic, but yes, we can say parasite. In the parasite, oh, what do you mean by the word parasite? Parasite means that feeds on the other organisms. It is literally eating the brain. Okay, so it is a parasite. But here I said it is free living also. Okay, is it free living or parasite? I mean, is it living independently or living like a parasite on the brain? Both. If at all there is a parasite which cannot live freely, we call it as an obligate parasite. Okay, means parasitism is like a compulsion for it. It cannot live free. But this Naegleria fowleri is not like that. It is free living, but it can also lead a parasitic life feeding on the human brain. I hope it is clear. Both free living and parasitic. It is spreading through water but not drinking water, because when we drink the water, the acids in the stomach and all will neutralize it. So the chance of it reaching the brain is very less. Okay, whereas eyes are kind of First of all, we close the eyes when we dip into the water. Second one is eyes are also kind of they have an insulating system. I mean, the amoeba through eyes reaching the brain chance is less. So nose is the easy entry point for this Naegleria fowleri amoeba. Is it clear? Through nose. Okay. So name of it, Naegleria fowleri. Nickname, brain eating amoeba. Okay. Death rate 95%, almost 100%. The number of cases 72, deaths 19. Okay. And then spreads through contaminated water, but not by drinking. Okay, when you take bath or swim in a stagnant water body, it will enter the brain through the nose. Okay, WHO lists, okay, headache, fever, stiff neck, vomiting, seizures. Seizures means what? Fits. Okay, altered mental state, it means like hallucinations and also coma. Okay, we will enter into trance. Okay, we can't recognize the people. We will enter into altered mental status, or we keep imagining something which is not there, hallucinations and coma. Since 1962, there are only 500 cases, but only this year 72 cases reported. So therefore, the condition is bad. Okay, why are we worrying about this? Is it new? No, it is there since 1962, it is not new. Okay, but 1962 to 2025 only 500 cases, but 72 cases only this year. Also the number doubled when compared to the immediate previous year. When compared to 2024, the number doubled. But also we need not panic, okay, because probably this increase in the number can also be because of the better diagnostics. Okay, our diagnostic capabilities increased, awareness increased, people will go to the doctors. So that can be one reason. But we should be careful, particularly when you are swimming or spending time in the stagnant water bodies. Incubation period 1 to 5 days. By the way, what do you mean by incubation period? The moment the pathogen enters into our body and the appearance of the symptoms. The gap between these two is called incubation period. It is the time that pathogen needs to settle in our body and start, okay, showing its impact. The death may occur within 1 to 18 years. And then treatment. We do not have any vaccines or drugs for Naegleria fowleri. No medicines, no vaccines. But, okay, just as a trial and error, they are using amphotericin, which is an antifungal drug. You may ask me, ma'am, that is antifungal. Then how can it kill the amoeba? It is not anti-amoebic. Yeah, your logic is correct. An antifungal called amphotericin may not kill this amoeba, but we don't have a medicine which is actually working for the amoeba. So we are trying different things. Is it clear? Okay. Azithromycin, which is an antibiotic that kills the bacteria. Okay. And miltefosine, which is an anti-parasitic and it is a parasite. Okay. And fluconazole, which is an antifungal. A combination of these drugs are being used, and early diagnosis means what? You have to diagnose before this particular amoeba goes into the brain. Early diagnosis and supportive care. What is supportive care? Fever comes, reduce the fever, paracetamol, okay, or dehydration, then rehydrate the person, okay. So like that you have to keep on treating the symptoms. Symptomatic treatment, that is supportive treatment, usage of a combination of these drugs, and early diagnosis can reduce the fatality rate. I hope it is clear. No, 1 to 18 days beta. Okay, the moment the amoeba enters into our body, within 18 days the person dies. That is the reason why already this year 72 cases and 19 deaths already occurred. Is it clear? Okay, right? Then that's all. solve this question. All of you solve this question. With reference to Naegleria fowleri, the brain-eating amoeba, consider the following statements. And if you are ready with your answer, message me your answers in the comment section. Yes, B is the correct answer. Okay, it is single-celled, correct. It is a protozoa, single-celled, free living, where it lives, water bodies, organism found in warm freshwater bodies. Why Kerala? Because it need warm temperature. Okay, hot and humid conditions are one reason why. Okay, most of these diseases, for example Nipah, Zika, even COVID-19 cases, unfortunately for Kerala, whenever a new pathogen comes, we will listen the name of Kerala state, okay, in the more number of cases and all that. One reason is warm and humid conditions. Second reason is actually an appreciation to Kerala, that is, they have very disciplined reporting systems. Diagnosis, treatment are effective. Okay, so more cases will be detected in Kerala when compared to other states where the diagnostic facilities are less established. Is it clear? So the first statement is correct. Second one, infection primarily occurs by drinking the water? No, the acids in the stomach will neutralize it. It cannot go till the brain, sorry. The disease caused by this amoeba, primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, is a non-communicable disease, means it cannot spread from one person to the other person. It will only spread if I am swimming in that water, and if I inhale in the water and the water goes into my nose and through the nose it goes into the brain, then only this occurs, but it cannot come from one person to the other. It is non-communicable, I mean it will not go from one person to the other, and almost always fatal, correct. 1 and 3 are correct, so B is the right answer. Done? Then moving on to the next topic, 7th topic, that is ISRO transfers SSLV technology. Okay, let us just look at this. Actually, ISRO's oldest launch vehicles are called as satellite launch vehicle, SLV. Next version, okay, next model is ASLV, augmented satellite launch vehicle, ASLV. Is it clear? Next, better version, polar satellite launch vehicle, PSLV. Okay. Next version, better version, is geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle, GSLV. One of the variant in this is GSLV Mark III, which is also called as LVM3, Launch Vehicle Mark III. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that clear? PSLV is called the workhorse of ISRO and GSLV is called the fat boy or Bahubali of ISRO. Is that clear? Then after that, the next one, I mean more recent one, is SSLV. Okay, SSLV is Small Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay, now look at the first 4 and tell me, are they arranged in the increasing order of their size? SLV, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, are they kept in the increasing order of the size? Yes? Yes, all of you? Right. So, in that case, we expect the next vehicle, that is SSLV, to be heavier than the GSLV, right? Okay. Once we already have GSLV, the next development should be a heavier vehicle. Do you agree? But no. Here this is next one. This is the most recent one, but not a heavier one, because, okay, no, this is all increasing. This is increasing. I mean, this is heaviest and this is lightest. Is that clear? This is GSLV heaviest, SLV lightest, but this is very light vehicle. It means after GSLV we did not make a heavier vehicle, we made a lighter one. Why did we made a lighter one? You tell me. Do you always need a car, or sometimes you also feel it is better to have a bike or a bicycle as well? Yes? Yes, all of you? Do we always need only a car, or do we also need a bike or a bicycle? Okay. Right. I will show you something in the next topic. Look at here. Okay, look, this is the next topic we are discussing. That is our 8th topic. Is India has 9 world records in the space sector. Is it? I'll go back to the previous topic. Don't worry. I came here for a reason. Got it? Next 8th topic in today's class, last topic in today's class, that is India secured 9 world records in the space sector. Okay. Right. So, in that one of them, look at here. Remaining we will cover later, but look at the third one. Okay. PSLV C37 means what? The 37th launch in PSLV. Is it clear? PSLV is 37th launch. Set a world record by launching 104 satellites in a single launch. It means at a time it carried 104 satellites. That is a world record we have. In this, only 3 are the Indian satellites and 101 foreign satellites. Okay. Keep responding. Quickly respond. Is it good? Is it a proud moment for India? That is launching 104 satellites in a single launch. That too 101 foreign satellites. Yes? Yes. It's a world record also. But what we have to notice here is, here the PSLV C37 behaved like a share auto. For example, you first enter and sit in the share auto. Now he will not start. He will wait till the next 10-15 people also join, isn't it? You will have to wait. So, it is good. It created a world record. Okay. But at the same time, what we have to see is, they waited till 104 satellites gather. It is a time waste. Okay. Then don't wait. Send the first satellite. Resource waste. I hope it is clear. I mean, you travel alone in the share auto. Resource waste. Okay. Or you wait till the 10 people gather or 104 people gather. Time waste. So, for this kind of situations we want dash. Yes, everybody. For this kind of situations we want smaller satellite launch vehicles, SSLV. So, we have SSLV. Is that clear? Okay. Then, so don't we have any plans of heavier vehicles? Yes. In future, we are also planning NGLV. This will be the heaviest launch vehicle. And this is a future project. And also we have RLV. RLV means relaunch vehicle. Okay, then you may get one doubt. Okay, if this is relaunch vehicle, then all the other 6 are use and throw. Yes, you are correct. All the other 6 are use and throw. They will not come back. Okay, so for a single launch, it will be gone. It will be exhausted. Whereas RLV will come back and we can use it for the next launch. It will reduce the pollution, reduce the resources, not very costly. Those are the advantages. Is it clear? Okay, fine. Now coming back to this. Why this is in the news? Okay, ISRO signed its 100th technology transfer agreement. Technology transfer agreement means, look at here. See, ISRO should work as an R&D unit, research and development, right? Then there is another organization called as InSpace. InSpace is an authorization organization. Is it clear? It means, okay, see, do you think ISRO should waste, ISRO scientists, our intellectual, highly capable ISRO scientists, do you think they should waste their time in manufacturing multiple units of SSLVs? Because I told you they are all use and throw. Okay, you launch it, it's gone. Next time again you have to manufacture. So do you think ISRO should waste its resources and manpower in working just like a factory manufacturing the same thing repeatedly? Yes or no? Yes, all of you? So no, ISRO should not waste its manpower and resources in repeatedly manufacturing the same unit. So who should manufacture it? Private companies can manufacture. Private companies can manufacture the SSLV. I hope it is clear. Not only SSLV, anything, okay. Any manufacturing work can be done by private companies. Okay, then answer this question. Can any private company manufacture the SSLV? Let us suppose tomorrow I will start a new company. Okay, so can I start manufacturing SSLVs? No. InSpace will authorize. Only those companies which are authorized by InSpace can manufacture this SSLVs. Is it clear? Okay. Private company will manufacture the SSLV. ISRO will do the designing work. Okay, keep answering. ISRO will, what is the role of ISRO? It will design the SSLV. Who will manufacture the SSLV? Private companies. What InSpace will do? It will authorize certain private companies so that only those private companies can manufacture the SSLVs. And there is another organization called as NSIL, New Space India Limited. It will do technology transfer. It means I told you that ISRO will do the designing. So from ISRO to the private company, okay, it will send that design or any new technology. Okay, and then, okay, it will start manufacturing. I hope it is clear. ISRO designing, private company manufacturing. InSpace will authorize which private companies. NSIL, okay, is the commercial wing of ISRO. Commercial wing of ISRO. It will do the technology transfer. Not only technology transfer, bookings also. I told you that 101 satellites, foreign satellites launched in PSLV C-37. Okay, so how to make bookings? I mean, if any foreign country want to launch their satellite using our vehicle, the bookings should be done with NSIL. So it is working like a commercial wing of ISRO. I hope it is clear. Okay, now, so why this is in the news? This is the 100th agreement, okay, between ISRO and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Okay, what is that company manufacturing it? HAL will manufacture. Is it clear? Agreement signed between ISRO, NSIL, InSpace and HAL. Duration of the agreement 24 months. ISRO, okay, will also give the training and support to HAL, not only design. ISRO will also train them. Is it clear? And also in this 24 months duration, 2 SSLV missions will be executed. HAL will execute 2 SSLV missions. I mean 2 small satellite launch vehicles will be manufactured and then launched within this 24 months duration. Yes, SPY, Antrix Corporation was also there. Antrix Corporation used to do such activities before, but they kind of almost discontinued the Antrix Corporation. New Space India Limited is replacing the role of the Antrix Corporation. SPY, is that clear? Okay, right. So, okay, agreement signed between ISRO, NSIL, InSpace and HAL for a duration of 24 months. In this 24 months, ISRO not only provides the design of the SSLV and technology, also will provide training and support to the people in HAL. And in the same duration, 2 SSLV missions also will be launched. And the deal strengthens the private sector role in India, which is very important. If at all India should progress in the space sector, but without wasting the public money, without wasting the government's money, okay, it is possible through the involvement of the private sector. I hope it is clear. No doubt we should progress in the space sector. At the same time, no doubt that the government should focus on, okay, poverty alleviation schemes or food related schemes or health related schemes, education related schemes. So should not put all its resources in the space sector. So if you encourage the private sector, development also will happen. At the same time, government can focus on the other areas. I hope it is clear. Okay. Then significance of SSLV. I already told you, flexibility. You don't have to wait till 104 satellites gather. One small satellite I want to launch, I can launch in SSLV because it is like a bike. Okay. So simply a small satellite can be launched. Okay. Solve this question, all of you. Consider the following statements regarding India's space sector with a focus on SSLV and the role of private enterprises. And if you are ready with your answers, message me your answers in the comment section. Okay, D is the correct answer. SSLV is designed for flexibility and launching the small satellites. I don't want to waste my PSLV and GSLV after all for one small satellite. Okay, same way like I don't want to take out my Innova car just for a small person to go till the end of the street like that. Okay, correct. SSLV has 3 solid propulsion stages. Stages means what? Any launch vehicle will have stages. Stage 1 will be ignited during the launch. Okay. And this is having solid fuel. With solid fuel, the advantage is it will give a greater thrust, greater push. That is the advantage. Solid fuel, advantage, it will give greater thrust. Disadvantage, no control. It means on, off, not possible. Once you ignite, it will stop only once. The total fuel is burnt. Till the total fuel is burnt, you cannot stop it in between. Okay. Whereas with the liquid fuels, it is just opposite. Okay, you can do on off, like they show in the Mission Mangal movie. The heroine character Nitya Menon, Vidya Balan explains, okay, about this concept, Puri concept. When the oil is still hot, you can switch off the fuel. Like that, you can save the fuel. That is possible only with the liquid fuel. When you are using the solid fuel, on off not possible. Once you ignite it, it will stop only once the total fuel is exhausted. Is it clear? Okay. Then first stage is solid. Second stage is also, okay, 3 solid stages is also solid. Okay. Third stage is also solid. Fourth stage is a cryogenic. Okay, sorry, liquid final stage. Okay, fourth and final stage is liquid fuel. Is that clear? So this is also correct. InSpace is a single window agency to authorize, promote and oversee the non-government space activities. Correct. NSIL is a commercial arm of ISRO facilitating the technology transfer and launch service. I told you that bookings can be done through NSIL. Okay. Yes, all the 4 are correct. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is it clear? Yes, Shirag, correct. We don't have cryogenic in the SSLV. We have cryogenic in the GSLV. 3 solid stages, final, fourth one, final, velocity trimming. Velocity trimming means what? Slow down. Okay, you tell me, can I slow down if I am using the solid fuel? Everybody please. Can I slow down the vehicle if I am using the solid fuel? No, because we don't have control on the solid fuel. Okay, we can reduce the fuel usage or stop it or start it again only if it is liquid. That is the reason why we are using liquid fuel for velocity trimming. That is for reducing the velocity. That's all. Now moving on to the 8th topic and the last topic in today's class. That is, India secured 9 world records in the space sector. Okay. First world record I have already explained, isn't it? PSLV C-37 launching 104 satellites in a single launch simultaneously. Is that clear? Okay. And the other one is, okay, you know this, Mars orbiter mission or Mangalyaan. Okay. With this, ISRO became the 4th space agency to send an orbiter to the Mars. But also, ISRO became the first space agency to send an orbiter to the Mars in its first attempt. I mean, no failure. First attempt itself was successful. For that, we have a world record. Okay. Launching the Mars orbiter successfully in its first attempt. Whereas NASA, I don't remember the exact number, but around 7 failed attempts, it launched an orbiter to Mars. Comparatively, ISRO launched it in the very first attempt itself. Second one, cheapest Mars mission, only 450 crores, probably lesser budget than the Mission Mangal movie also. Is it clear? Okay, cheapest Mars mission world record. I hope it is clear. And lesser budget than many of our movies in the present days, right? Okay, because these days we are getting all high budget movies. Right? Cheapest Mars orbiter. 3 records. Fourth one, first country to launch a lunar probe on the south pole of the moon. Earlier missions were launched near the north pole of the moon. Whereas ISRO became the first space agency to launch a lunar probe towards the south pole of the moon. This particular south pole was previously unexplored. In the same time when we launched Chandrayaan 3, just a few days before that, Russia's lunar probe to the South Pole failed. Luckily, because of that, ISRO became the first space agency to launch a probe to the South Pole of the Moon. Okay, next, best lunar orbiter camera. You know, our Chandrayaan 2, we think that it is a failed mission. But no, it is not a failed mission. Chandrayaan 2's orbiter is currently being used by Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 used the Chandrayaan 2's orbiter. Not only that, okay, it carried the best, world's best high resolution orbiter camera. World's best high resolution orbiter camera. Camera in the orbiter. Orbiter means, say this is the moon. This is an orbit around the moon. Okay, here imagine this is Chandrayaan 2. Here you have an orbiter camera. Okay, the best quality orbiter camera is carried by Chandrayaan 2. For that, okay, it got a world record. What is the world record? Best quality orbiter camera in the Chandrayaan 2. Next, there are 3 records in the cryogenic engine. Okay, that is LVM-3 was developed, inaugural flight. From the development to the first flight, it took only 28 months. Other countries took longer duration. Is it clear? Cryogenic engine, development till the first flight, gap is only 28 months. Is that clear? Shortest duration. Next one, cryogenic stage hot stage test, that is firing its engine for a specific duration under the specific conditions on earth, conducted in just 34 days, which is shorter when compared to the other countries, and used only 3 engines wasted in the test process. Other countries wasted more engines in the testing process. 7th record, okay, first to discover that water is present on the moon. Our Chandrayaan 1 was the first mission to detect the presence of water on the moon. For that we have a world record. Next one, world's lightest satellite called CalamSat. Okay, made by school students. 9th class school students launched the world's lightest satellite, which is called as CalamSat. 9th. And the last world record, that is, okay, the ISRO had the first mission to restart the rocket engine in the space to place multiple satellites in different orbits. Look at here. Earth, Earth, okay, and we started in the PSLV, okay, first orbit, second orbit, okay. So this PSLV carried total 8 satellites, okay, and placed some of them in the first orbit. Okay, few satellites placed here. Then again it restarted. From here again it went and placed few more satellites in the next orbit. Okay, this is world's first time somebody did this. For that we have another world record. So it means, to simply explain this, let us imagine 8 people are traveling in a bus. First bus stop came, 4 people got down. And the bus started again and went to the next bus stop, where it again stopped and the other 4 people got down. Okay, we did that with PSLV. I hope it is clear. First mission to restart a rocket engine in the space to place multiple satellites in different orbits. PSLV C-35 in 2016, ISRO successfully performed longest flight by switching the rocket engine on and off in the space. This technique, known as multiple burn technology, allowed the rocket to deploy 8 satellites in 2 different orbits. These are the 9 world records. Okay, solve the last question in today's session. Okay, all of you consider the following statements regarding ISRO's world records. Yes, Shirag. Samrat gave the first correct answer. B is the right answer. Mars orbiter mission, first nation to successfully reach the Mars, correct. In its first attempt, correct. C-37 104 satellites, correct. Chandrayaan 3, first country to land on the South Pole, correct. 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. That's all for today. We will again meet in the next month to discuss a few more science and technology current affairs from the month of September and October. Thank you so much for your attention. All the best.